What's going on, everyone? It's APOC, your favorite host and Jealousator, and welcome to the channel. So I haven't really ever covered the passengers all that much, which I should change that because their world is just, well, crazy. And there's a lot of problematic things within that family that need to be discussed or addressed. Like, I don't know, Ruby's parenting skills. But that's for another time, man, because today we're going to dive deep into another video posted roughly like a year ago or so, I believe, by Shari Passenger. You know, the daughter of Ruby. And this video is called I Am Done With YouTube, where I guess she's done with YouTube even though she's still posting on her channel, although it's only like a very small handful of videos. So I'm just going to assume that she meant she was just pulling away from YouTube in general, but she'll still post here and there. She probably said that somewhere within the video. And I think we can all guess why she made this decision, because family vlogging isn't the greatest. Not like I said or implied that I'd never seen this video before, and I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but I want to save my raw reaction for you guys, and I figured with all the new drama going on that I finally would cover this and break it down. And what I will say is that I am curious as to what she's gonna say. Okay, let's get it.
So I think the title of this video is pretty self-explanatory. It's not a joke, it's for real.
And she wasn't kidding either, because like I said, she's only posted a handful of videos since she posted this one. So she held to it.
And there's some of you out there who might be happy by it, and that's on you, I guess.
She's talking to the jealous haters.
I have decided to be done with YouTube. I think a decision that's actually been in the works for a long time.
Oh, I bet it's been a long time, man, because didn't she just bounce as soon as she turned 18? She got out of there. And now she's in college, away from family vlogging, and mostly away from YouTube. So just think about that for a second. She wanted to escape her family and YouTube so much that she left the house as soon as she could and didn't even really continue a career online. That says a lot, that truly does, because she's giving up a lot of things, like an easy career and easy money.
And then just last night, I finally decided to. And it actually wasn't like that hard of a decision once I laid it out and realized what was going on.
Pretty sure the pros of quitting outweighed the cons.
I think after this video, I have one more video that's edited and that'll go up. And then after that, I think I'm gonna be pretty much done. I will say, when I move into college and stuff, there'll be some videos around that. But then afterwards, I'll probably maybe do one a month. But it's definitely not going to be, I guess, my job anymore.
That's a big deal, man. It really is a big deal that she's willing to give up an easy career and easy money so that she can stay sane, so that she can stay away from her family. She needed to get away from them. That's why she bounced as soon as she could. But the fact that she's willing to do this speaks volumes on how toxic her life was.
I will just come right out and say that I do not handle stress very well, and it's something that I'm working on, something that I'm trying to get better at.
She didn't really have good examples growing up. Her mom, Ruby, instead of teaching her children how to like control their emotions and to be able to handle stress well, what did she do? She just threw them into the lion's den. She would put them in the most stressful environment possible as a punishment. That is not the way you do things. That's a horrible way of parenting. I'm not really into parent shaming, but Ruby is a horrible mother.
But ever since I was like little, like as young as I can remember, like 5 years old, I would stress over things to the point that I made myself sick.
Yeah, because she spent her life walking around on eggshells around her mom.
We didn't know what was wrong. And kind of ever since then, my mental state has kind of manifested itself in a physical state.
Yeah, that's because that's the brain and gut connection. They call your gut like the second brain. So if you're not okay up here, your gut will feel it too. Or it could be the other way around, where you have poor gut health and then it will affect your mental state. It's a really vicious circle. So like I said, she probably lived in a stressful environment, which affected her gut, which made her sick.
But I think that definitely we have an effect on our mental and physical being. Like, I definitely know that they're connected.
Oh yeah, they're really connected. They're a lot more connected than a lot of people think. I just recently discovered how connected the mind and gut are through my own health issues. So I kind of understand what she's talking about.
Well, I know a couple videos ago when I said that I was going to be filming through college, I had said that I had this goal. What's interesting is looking at it yesterday, I realized that as soon as like I got to my graduation, that's kind of when my stress levels went up. That's kind of when my health went down. That's when I tried to keep pushing and doing YouTube. And I don't think that I was supposed to do that.
And you got to trust your gut when it's telling you something. Trust your instincts. But that's some of the pressure that these kids face from their vlog parents. They already put pressure on them enough when they're children. So when they get older, there's going to be more pressure put on them because they're becoming an adult and they don't know what to do because their parents never taught them to be adults. They never taught them anything. They film when they get hurt. They film when they cry. All the embarrassing moments, everything. But the one thing that they don't actually do is actually parent within those moments. And I think Shari is one of the first vlog kids that we're seeing that is truly affected by one of these vlog parents. And it's just really sad and really messed up.
Interestingly enough, that's when my allergies got really, really bad. That's when my stomach started hurting again. My period cramps got worse than they've ever been ever. And again, not saying that all of that is just because of stress, but I think it was definitely amplified by that.
Stress will make things worse for you. It will heighten everything. But not just that, it will also bring upon things that you never had before. Stress is weird, man. It really does take a toll on our bodies. But the best thing you can do is to leave that situation. And so that's what Shari did, because she was so stressed out with everything. And bet you she feels better now. Bet you she's not at her worst anymore. But her, leaving YouTube for the most part and separating herself from her family probably helped her out a lot. And that's one of the best ways to heal your gut and to heal your mind is by leaving the situation.
I was talking to my parents about this and thinking about it.
Which she's not talking to her parents anymore, apparently.
I kind of realized that I have not been backed into a corner. And that's one thing they pointed out. They said, you're not backed into a corner right now. It's quite the opposite. You have all these things around you that you can do, and you're doing this because you're so narrow focused on this one thing, which is YouTube.
Yeah, because that's all they taught her. All they gave her was YouTube. It is just so comical coming from Ruby and Kevin, whatever his name is, to tell Shari, their daughter, that she has a lot of options that she can do. And stop being so narrow focused. Stop having tunnel vision. Well, all they did was shove a camera in her face for money. And then now look at the 8 passengers' name. They're not posting on the channel anymore because nobody wants to do any more content. Apparently, Ruby and Kevin can't stand each other. They're all spiraling out because they were narrow focused on one thing, which was YouTube and shoving a camera in all these kids' faces.
And it's totally true. There are so many other things that I want to do, so many other things that I can do, and I just have refused to look at it because I've always seen YouTube as my job. And even though I haven't liked it, I've said, people have jobs that they don't like, and it's work. You don't always like work, you just do it anyway.
But you should be able to love your work, though. You should be able to say, I don't have to go to work, I get to go to work. That's what everyone's mindset should be. Although I know that's not realistic because, we got to do what we got to do to survive out here, That's the thing, though. Shari's foot is already in the door on social media. There's so much money that you can make on all these platforms, and she can make a lot of money and make her life really, really easy. But she's choosing to go a harder route and not to do YouTube as much because it stresses her out. Because she doesn't want to do it, because she wants to change. She has trauma, obviously. But just imagine being exploited by your parents and being traumatized from that to the point to where you want nothing to do with them or to do with YouTube for the most part.
While that can be true, I think it's gone to a whole nother extreme to the point that I don't take care of myself anymore. I've stopped exercising, I've stopped eating well, always getting sick, so that's definitely gotten to the unhealthy point.
That's what stress does, though. It literally can make you depressed and make you not want to do anything. So all those things that she's talking about are probably all attributed to stress. She got from Ruby, Kevin, being exploited, all that.
Another big part of it that I'll just straight up admit is that the hate over the last year and a half has really honestly kind of sucked, and it's been every single day on YouTube, on Instagram.
There are things that people say that are considered hate, but isn't actually hate, and nor is it even that bad. But they'll get one comment, one negative comment, that's it, and it will literally ruin their day. I've seen bigger YouTubers freak out over just being called stupid. Now, again, I'm not saying that Shari didn't receive actual hate, but the point I'm trying to make is that Ruby and Kevin did not take the time to build Shari up. All they did was bring her down.
I hear about it on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. And, at first it was funny because, it was just so blatantly false what people were saying.
Okay, first of all, they all say that everything is false, but look what's going on now.
And I firmly believe that offense is a choice, that you choose to be offended.
Okay, hey, I'll take it back a little bit. Maybe she's a little mentally strong because that's a good mindset to have. You do choose to be offended because you can just ignore the so-called haters. You can just ignore the hate comments. You can delete them. You can block those people or just not read it at all.
And I stand by that, and I still believe it to be true. But I also think that there's this vibe or energy that comes with that of just having constant hate that really does start to wear down on somebody.
Which I do understand. I'm not trying to call her weak or anything. I'm just saying that her parents brought her down instead of bringing her up. And her stepping away from YouTube, again, is the best way that she can get away from those comments, because if she's not there reading them and she's busy with life, then it won't be bothering her. So it's just the best way to go.
I've always known that YouTube isn't what I'm supposed to do with my life. I've always kind of viewed it as a stepping stool.
Well, let's just remember that you were kind of forced into it.
Into something else. I'm definitely grateful for the things that YouTube has taught me. I have a skill set that I wouldn't have learned anywhere else. I've worked with contracts for years. I've worked with big businesses.
I mean, it's just brand deals. It's really not all that deep.
There's definitely going to be some downsides to leaving YouTube. There's always consequences, obviously, for everything that we do. But I think that the benefits outweigh those.
I mean, the only real benefit coming from being on social media is the money and being your own boss, which, you know, is a big deal in this time. But hey, you know, some people want to work harder, and it's not for everyone.
So I guess in closing, I'll just say thank you all so much for the last, how many years has it been?
I have no idea how long the 8 passengers have been online, but I'm guessing it was from when she was really, really young, huh?
One thing that's really hard with YouTube, or really just social media in general, is that once you find kind of a niche or, you know, an area that you've built your brand around, it's really hard to change that to something else.
Yeah, it'd be like if I went from talking about child exploitation and family vloggers to like movie reviews. It wouldn't do very well.
And I'm interested in things like law and reading and stuff that I don't think most people are interested in. And that's totally okay. Like, we all have different interests, but it's just something that I don't think I can keep doing, is making content that I don't enjoy.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you want to be happy with what you're doing. Like, I wouldn't want to be making these videos if I didn't enjoy them. Like, I enjoy making this type of content. I enjoy exposing vloggers. I enjoy breaking down videos, everything. These are things I enjoy. If I didn't enjoy them, I wouldn't be making them, period.
And I'll say this to everybody, to people that hate me and to people that love me. I hope you all find what you're looking for, whatever that be in life. And I also know that there's a God above who knows what we say and how we treat people, and that one day we'll stand accountable for how we treated others. We'll also stand accountable for the way we treated ourselves.
I mean, she ain't wrong. She's not wrong. And I wonder if that was a little shade towards mommy, because that chick needs to be held accountable. Anyways, all you jealous haters, to conclude this video, well, that's about it, guys. I know that video was a long time coming and it's a bit late, but you know, I got to it now. I thought it was a great time to get it out right now anyways. So it worked out. But let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think of what Shari said? I wouldn't say she really exposed too much about like her family, but it definitely seems like family vlogging has taken its toll on her, and being on YouTube and social media has taken its toll on her, which is understandable, especially for somebody young. To be honest, Shari is very mature for her age, and she's a lot more mature than all these vlog moms.